0, 1. Attention service desk 2, 0, 1.
Okay guys, this is everything that I consume in one day, for today for example, and I'm going to show you how I made stuff and what I ate, so you guys know what I ate on an 80-10-10 raw vegan day. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Lisa here. Just going to show you, because I had a couple people ask about what I eat in a day, so I wanted to show you everything that I eat in one day. So I'm gonna go over breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'm gonna make lunch and dinner here throughout the day on the video so that you can see how I make everything and how fast it actually is. So we'll start with breakfast. For breakfast today, I had 3 bananas in the Vitamix, along with 10 strawberries and a mango. So I put that in my Vitamix with 3 ice cubes, a little bit of vanilla drops, and that was pretty much it. Oh, and 3 dates. I put 3 dates in there as well. And that was my breakfast smoothie. So there you can see. Then later during the day I kind of got a little snacky, so I had 2 more bananas and I had a cup of blackberries, and these are super high in omega-3. So you can chow down on blackberries and that'll get you your omega-3s that you need for your fats. And I had an apple. So that was my snacks. And then, now it's lunchtime and I'm hungry. So I'm going to make zoodles. That's my favorite thing to have for lunch. I love zoodles so much. So bear with me, I'm just gonna pause for a sec. I'm gonna move things over so that I can make this for you. All right, so first off, we're going to make my zoodle sauce. So first I'm going to start with half of a red pepper. So just cut my red pepper, and I don't mind if there's seeds, but I do like to chop it up into smaller pieces because it's a lot easier for the Vitamix to handle. So this one here I'm going to cut as well, because I'm going to use it with dinner. So I'm just going to put that aside. Then I will add 3 tomatoes, chop those up. Chop, chop. And chop, chop. I'm going to put sun-dried tomatoes in. I have about 5-6 little sun-dried tomatoes. That just gives it a little bit extra flavor. And I'm a super crazy huge fan of Thai chili peppers. A lot of people don't like the spice, and that's totally cool, but I am obsessed with spicy things. So I'm gonna I like to chop it up little, even though it's going in the Vitamix, but sometimes the Vitamix, I don't know, sometimes it gets stuck. So I just like to kind of spread it out. This one will be for dinner, so I'm gonna put that aside. I also want some garlic, so I'm going to chop this garlic. The other half I'm saving for dinner. Garlic. And I will add a little bit of salt. 2 dates. Pit those dates. And for this one, I'm adding, okay, once a week I have a Brazil nut. It provides selenium, and there's actually been research where people have been eating 4 Brazil nuts a month and help to regulate cholesterol levels. Now I'm not doing it for that obviously, but it's really a good idea to have 1 Brazil nut a week, and since today's Monday, my Brazil nut day, I'm going to have 1. So I'm going to put that in there. And I like to get a little extra calcium from sesame seeds, so I will put about a teaspoon of sesame seeds in there. That's all I really need. Then I will add just a smidge, like a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, maybe if that, and some water. You'll add more later because I'm not sure if I want it watery or not, so. But now I forgot the lid upstairs, though I'll just be upstairs in a second. Okay, so I hope I put my camera back the bright pearly side. It doesn't really look the same, but whatever. So I went up and I got my lid, but we're gonna use the tamper because there's a lot of big chunks, so it's easier just to stuff things in. Just get the garlic off that. So, let's blend this. Now this might be a little liquidy. You can use less water or however you like it. I don't mind it watery, but you can always add a couple extra nuts if you want, or more sun-dried tomatoes too. That works too. But this is great for now, so I'm going to move some stuff and we're gonna make the zoodles. So here we have our spiralizer. This is probably the most important tool that I have and I use other than my Vitamix, but I use this almost every single day. I have zoodles almost all the time, and you can make veggie noodles out of squashes or carrots or any of those types of vegetables that can be put through the spiralizer. Go for it. I've heard people use beets. It's a great tool to have. So we are going to zoodle our zucchinis. Now normally I will have two. I'm just going to zoodle one for right now, but I am having two for lunch. I'm only doing one because that's what's going to fit in my pretty presentation bowl, but I am having two today, so just so you know. So first, chop off the ends so you have a nice flat surface to go through the zoodle machine, and make sure that you have a good surface that the zoodles can fall onto. It's a little bit short for most big salad bowls, so I just get them to go onto my cutting board and then I'll transfer them into my bowl after. So you want to make sure that this is secure. There's little suction cups on the bottom and you can just press them in to make sure that it doesn't move. So now that we have enough space, there's zoodle in there. And I'm just going to move this over. Okay, so zoodles. It literally only takes a couple seconds to make zoodles. All done. So now you can take all your zoodles and any little extra pieces that you might have in your machine. Just get that all onto your cutting board. As you can see, that's not a lot. I will have two, sometimes three, and it just depends on the day, how hungry I am. And I think today, after I make this video, I'm gonna go spiralize another one and have that for lunch. So, now that we're done with the machine, you can rinse it off, clean it up, dry it off, and trade you for you. So here's our salad bowl, and you take your zoodles. Now, just a little side note, my husband really likes these if they're chopped. So sometimes I'll take the knife and I'll chop them a little bit, just a couple here and there, because it makes the noodles a little bit shorter so that you're not twirling it forever, because it actually is a spiral from the entire zucchini, so it can be quite long. He likes it when they're chopped a little not as long, so that's what I do. It's very, very little easy thing you can do. So you just transfer them into your bowl. There you go. Again, as you can see, that's not a lot. People might think it is a lot, but it's actually not. For a raw vegan, you need to eat a lot of calories, so this is not enough. I will be making another one. So then you take your salsa and we pour it on. And of course, you can eat everything. And I will be having the rest because I'm having another one, but just for presentation's sake. Then, just mix these. And I have a couple little cherry tomatoes. This is only for presentation. You don't have to do this, but I do like to put a couple on top. So there you have it. This is my lunch. So I'm gonna go and make another zucchini and have the rest of my salsa, and I'll be back for dinner time. Hey guys, I'm back for dinner. I'm excited. I'm hungry. Not starving. I know I need to eat, so it's time to make some food. So I'm down here, ready to make some food with you. Now, normally I have a giant salad, or I will do something creative like make my raw vegan sushi, or I have like these little red pepper boats that I like to make. I have a lot of different ideas which I want to make into a recipe book later, but until then, we're just going to do a simple salad because I have this often. So first we're going to start, I'm going to take everything out of the bowl that we're going to have. I have 2 green onions. I'm obsessed with green onions, so I have 2. We're going to put the peppers in there. And all my kale. This is an entire head of kale. And I'm going to have the broccoli. So I'll also have another pepper in there. And my tomatoes. I'll just put those in there for now. That works. Okay, so I'm going to have a cup of shredded broccoli. Now this one comes pre-packaged. I know, not so cool, but it's organic and it's really easy. Just have to scoop it out and put it in your bowl. So that's going to be my cup of broccoli that I'm going to have, and I'm going to chop up my kale. We're going to count how many cups we can get. Now, a cup isn't a lot. It's actually not very much. So you can actually get a lot of cups of kale into your salad. So let's just move this here. I have no room. Anyways, it also pays to invest in really nice kitchen knives, by the way. Because this is the extent of what I use. So now, as you can see, that, even if we put more in, that is 1 cup of kale. Not a lot. So there's 1. It's almost 1. So that's a whole head of kale. Sometimes I'll have more. Again, like I said, you want to listen to your body. If you feel like having a giant, massive salad, go for it. You just have to listen to your body. So there we have 2 cups of kale. 3 cups of kale. I just kind of want to show you guys volume size about how much I eat and how much people think. When you say 5 cups of kale, people are like, that's a lot, but it is a lot, but it's not actually a lot. So there we have 4, and this is not quite, but close. It's almost there. You could probably get another leaf or so in there, but so we could say 4.5 cups. There we have it. It's my salad so far. Now I will chop up. I actually really like using a little paring knife for my onions. I find it a lot easier to chop. All right, all done. So let's put those in the salad. And now on to peppers and tomatoes. So I like to cut these just like I did for the zoodles earlier. I like to just chop these into 3 so they're a little bit bite size. I feel like I have more tomatoes in my salad. Awesome. So we're gonna make peppers. I can't juggle, so I won't. Let's chop these up. See, it doesn't take long. Doesn't take long at all. Awesome. Look how pretty it is. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's make the dressing. These are all my ingredients and I'll explain how I'm going to do this one. So I start with about 1 ounce of cashews. Now I'm making this for 1 serving. Normally I make it for a lot more because I'm also feeding my husband. And I also like to have some for the next day, maybe for dinner the next day. I just like to make it in advance, but for today I'm only making 1 serving, so this is for 1 person. So I have about 1 ounce of cashews. I try to keep my fat to 10% of my daily calories, which is the 80-10-10 principle. So any more than this is going to push your fat way high. So I try to stick to about 1 ounce. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less, but I'm not too strict on it. I just like to keep it around the 10% level. So I will start with 1 ounce of almond, or cashews, sorry. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of water in there for now. And by the way, those are soaked overnight. I always have almonds soaking overnight, or cashews. I always have cashews soaking overnight, so that I always have soaked cashews. I've read that you don't have to soak them for them to be considered raw, but I like to soak them because they have a lot more moisture to them. So it adds a little bit extra to the dressing, but negligible. Okay, so then I have the other half of the garlic from earlier, and I have the other half of the pepper from earlier as well. Now I know some people have problems with nightshades. You could probably get creative. You could maybe put cucumber in. I'm not sure. I haven't played with a lot of the ingredients, so you'd have to really work with what works for you. I know I eat a lot of peppers. I don't have a problem with nightshades, so you're just gonna have to play with it. So I do apologize to those who can't have nightshades because I eat a lot of them. Dates. I put dates in for sweetness. 3. Seems to be a good amount. That one didn't have a seed. Weird. Okay. 3 dates. I'm going to chop this onion. I'm going to put an onion in there. It's a little organic shallot. Going to take off the peel. I think that's good. I'm just going to chop it so it's easier to chop. Alright, so then these are the spices that I'm going to use. First, I'm going to put my little chili in because I love my chilies. I love things spicy. Start with my chilies. Okay, so for spices, I have red pepper flakes, smoked paprika, and again, this one's not completely raw, but make a little tiny exception here and there. I mean, we breathe toxins when we're outside, so I think a little smoked paprika is going to be okay. Dried mustard seed and some black pepper. Put that in there. I have this Thai spice blend. I love it. It's garlic, onion, coriander, lemon peel, cayenne, paprika, basil, black pepper, white pepper, cilantro, and tomato powder. And I have this in my cupboard, so I want to use it up. So I'm going to add a little bit to I add about a teaspoon, I'd say, to my cream sauce here. You could add whatever you want. You can add basil, you can add oregano, you can add fresh rosemary, whatever. I'm just using this up, so I'm going to put it in. Also, a little bit of salt. The reason I don't mind adding salt is because it keeps my blood pressure up a little bit. I have naturally very low blood pressure, so if I don't have salt in my daily routine somewhere, I do start to feel lightheaded after a couple days. So I do actually make sure to put a little bit of salt in my food, because eating a raw vegan, you're getting a way more potassium than you are getting sodium, so the levels are a little out of balance. So it's actually okay to add just a little bit of salt, but you want to make sure that it's pink salt. The pink Himalayan salt has more minerals in it, and stay away from table salt. No table salt. And last we have nutritional yeast. This is how I'm getting my B12. It has a little bit of extra protein, so if you're worried about the protein thing, which doesn't bother me, but you can get a little extra. Plus, it's got a little bit of a nice nutty flavor that I like. So we're going to blend this up. All right, so this is actually a little bit more than I would normally have in my salad, but let's go with it, hey? So I'm gonna scoop this quickly. It smells so good. All right, there we go. So I'm going to mix this up. And basically, you can use anything in your fridge. You don't have to use these ingredients. You can use whatever you have. You can use romaine lettuce. You can use green curly kale. You can use cabbage. You could put cucumbers in here. Really, you can put beets, anything, really. Play with new combinations, see what you like. I really like this combo. And there we go. We have my messy, awesome kale salad. So this will be my supper, and I will eat this. And that's basically what I eat in a day. Now, I entered everything into my macronutrient app called Chronometer. I'll put a link to the website in my description below, so you can use it too. I like using it on occasion just to make sure that I'm getting, you know, what I need. If some days I see that I don't have as much iron, maybe the next day I'll have more spinach or something like that. So you can really just get a feel for what you need in a day. Now, I know a lot of raw vegans are eating a crazy amount of fruit, and sometimes you look at their table and you're like, how did you eat 18 nectarines? I can eat 18 nectarines if I want to, easily. But I, A, don't have the money to buy 18 nectarines, and B, sometimes I don't have access to that kind of fruit. So I eat approximately between 1,700 and 2,300 calories a day. It varies anywhere in between there, and it just depends on how active I am. If I'm really active maybe the day before, the next day I'm hungry. My body is repairing, it's building muscle, that kind of thing. So I tend to eat more the next day or after my workout. So you really gotta listen to your body. If I am hungry, I just add a bunch more bananas. I eat a ton more fruit early in the day, and then I stick to my salad, or I'll add more kale to it or whatever. But really listen to your body. Really make sure that you're getting enough calories, because that's the #1 reason why people feel hungry all the time. Their bodies just aren't getting enough calories, enough sugar from the calories. I mean, this is all sugar. Eventually it ends up being sugar. So you need to get enough energy in your body, otherwise you're going to be hungry, you're going to be craving things. So you want to make sure that you're always eating, and eat a lot of fruit in the morning. And what works for somebody who's eating 18 nectarines in a day, that's awesome for them. A lot of people can't do that, so you gotta work with your own body. Now anyways, I was saying I entered everything that I ate into my chronometer, and it ended up being about 1,800 calories, which is great for me because I didn't work out yesterday and I haven't gone anywhere today. So basically that is an average for me. If I was working out, I probably would have had about 3 more bananas. So there's that. And then I had 42 grams of protein in my day. And what else was there? Oh yeah, and it was 83% carb, 7% protein, and 10% fat. So basically this was a very close to 80-10-10 day that I could get. And this is typically how I eat. It's dinner time, and I just want you guys to subscribe, like the video, and comment below with anything that you might want me to do a little vlog about. So we're gonna get another video up in the next couple days, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Till then, fruit on.